These are the Meta smart glasses, and what makes them advanced is that the fact that they have two microphones, they have one 2K camera, four speakers that actually do sound great, and they're powered by a ChatGPT AI voice assistant. And this allowed me to use all my smartphone functionality off this eyewear. And I've owned these ever since launch, and to this very day, I still find myself naturally using these things. So 4 months later, what do I think about them? So how's it going, folks? My name is Eddie, and I'm just a tech enthusiast, but not an influencer, as I love to just review products without a script and just tell it to you as it is, so you can make your financial decision if this is worth picking up or not. So of course, these are the all new Meta RayBans smart glasses. And this is the second generation from RayBans smart glasses, as originally they were producing the RayBan stories I was a full user of. Only con to these is the camera resolution wasn't great and the microphone array wasn't really fantastic. Meta improved all this on the second generation, which is the smart glasses. To clarify a couple things, Meta was formerly Facebook, and Ray-Ban is the sunglasses company that we all know and love, and they partnered together to continue producing these smart eyewear. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put these aside because it's kind of like distracting, I feel, of me just moving in front of the camera. So in this video, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you a few things. One, I'm gonna go ahead and share with you the key benefits of having these glasses, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you how these could actually replace my smartwatch, as I can find majority of the useful features built into the frame. So the beauty about these glasses is that they could replace your existing glasses, as prescription options is available. And you can also find them in transparency mode. The ones I have here are the transparency option, and for my real world experience, these work fantastic. As soon as I walk outside in direct sunlight, they begin turning dark, and once I'm back indoors, they slowly transition down. It's not instant, which I like. And then the frame itself is pretty compact and very thin, still retaining the cool Ray-Ban Wayfinder look, to a point where it's not really noticeable to other people that you're wearing smart glasses. They do have downward facing speakers that point directly towards your ears, so you could hear your audio that you're listening to really well. But I don't recommend increasing the audio all the way to the max, because sound leakage is possible and people will easily be able to hear what you're listening. But if you like to wear these as sunglasses all around, sunglasses are indeed available. And pro tip, if you actually purchase sunglasses, you can also purchase transition lens for $60, saving you a little bit of money right there, instead of purchasing the transition versions for much more. Now the headliner and Wayfinder are the only two body styles to choose from Ray-Ban's iconic designs. Now these are the Wayfinders that I showed you. Now, since I do have on hand the older generation, this is a travel case that they both come included with. Notice how the older one, the stories, is definitely much larger than ever before. Meanwhile, the new stories come in this cool travel pouch, which is nice and soft. Only comes available in this brown color, but does charge with a USB-C port down here. And your glasses simply just slide in and attach, and the LED indicator will show you if they're charging or not, because the electric pins that connect to charge these glasses are located right here. And from my personal experience, I do prefer this travel case over the bulky tubular size one, as it's much more sturdy and more compact and easy to travel with. And now the case, you put them on, they instantly connect to my paired Bluetooth device, and I found that I'm able to get anywhere between 5 to 6 hours while heavily using them, like take photos and videos, answer phone calls, under a single charge. So realistically, if I don't have anything going on, these things will easily last close to 8 hours, but 6 hours seems to be the average. Now there is a LED indicator that's facing your peripheral, allowing you to see the stats of your glasses. So it'll give you feedback when you're done recording a video, take a photo, or receiving an incoming call, or flash red when there's a Bluetooth connection problem. And then on the outside, there is an LED indicator allowing others to see the feedback of the camera. So in other words, if you take a photo, it'll flash white. If you're recording video, it'll start pulsing. And if you cover it with your finger, the glasses are going to refuse to record or take a picture, and it will give you this feedback.
The capture LED is blocked. Unblock the front of the glasses to use the camera.
Then on the other side, you'll find the 2K camera sensor. But while wearing these, they just look like standard glasses. Yeah, they do look a bit chunky on the sides, but it's really unnoticeable unless you get really up close. Now, by all means, this is not the very first generation of smart glasses. Smart glasses have been available in the market for quite some time now, ever since the Google glasses. But then you also had Bose, who also created their own version of smart wearables, which was just music listening glasses, sunglasses, but they were big and chunky. Meta did a great job engineering this alongside with RayBans. And if you would ask me, this is a lot better wearing this than wearing actual Apple Visions or a VR headset in public. And while taking these to a hike in Yosemite, passing a lot of people, going through the airport while listening to a podcast, these I never once got stopped or asked what they were. So these are extremely low key. But I do have to say, in clarity mode, I do look like a total nerd. It just doesn't fit my style, I think. In sunglasses mode, however, these look awesome. So how do I personally use these? Well, I personally prefer wearing this over AirPods because I'm still able to hear my surroundings. Yes, AirPods have transparency mode, but this I feel like works a lot better as it doesn't give me like the isolated look like while I'm wearing AirPods. Typically, people are less likely to approach you. While I'm wearing this, I'm still able to get approached easily instead of being like, oh, that guy's listening to music, I best not bug him. Versus with these, I'm like, I'm listening to music, but they don't know that if somebody wants to grab my attention, they can easily do so. And I'm also more aware of my surroundings, I feel like, while wearing these over headphones. And surprisingly, the microphone array that it has does a fantastic job of blocking wind noise to the point where I actually have answered phone calls out in the open, and the caller who's talking to me never once had an issue understanding my voice. Here's a little sound sample on how that sounds like. And the microphone quality was a little bit of light traffic noise in the background. Sounds like this. In my opinion, the 5 microphone array this thing has is actually quite impressive. And if you're concerned about like audio quality, like sound leakage, since this is again an open ear design, here I'll give you an example. I want to go ahead and play a podcast while vehicles driving by. This is at 100% audio. And this is about 50%. Keep in mind I'm pretty close to the microphone as well. So if I step back, I could hear it clearly, but realistically, you guys shouldn't be able to really hear it unless I get super close to the point where I'm like right next to the microphone on the camera. So these perform extremely well. And even while watching YouTube videos and such, even at a 50% volume setting, I'm still able to hear my content extremely well. But if situations does get really windy, the touch slider that it has on the side to increase or lower the audio really does come in clutch, and never once I had a true complaint in the audio quality, especially when it comes to volume. However, I have got stopped once from somebody asking me, what is that whispering noise we're hearing? Yeah, that's these at max audio. So again, it has a lot of sound leakage at 100%. Now let's talk about the 2K sensor on the side. You see, by a little shutter button, if I long hold, this will actually start a video recording. And the quality of this camera can pick up is really incredible. Unfortunately, it's not full 1080p, like wide. It's actually a portrait video due to the fact that these are Meta glasses. They own platforms like Facebook as well as Instagram. So it always will shoot at a portrait shot. But even while zooming in to make it into a landscape video format while video editing, again, the colors, the contrast, the clarity comes out always looking to be usable content I could use for my YouTube videos or work or just social media posts. Especially since it's all hands-free, it gives you the first-person point of view. It definitely does give you some amazing-looking shots. Here are some videos that you've been watching of me going through Yosemite as an example. It's just incredible. And then I also get feedback when the video is done recording because it only records up to 60 seconds videos. It can't shoot a longer duration, like 5 minutes or 10 minutes. And you can adjust this on the View app. Unfortunately, you are unable to change the resolution as it's stuck with that portrait shots. And this supports Instagram Lives too. So if you do a lot of like first-person vlogging on social media platforms, you could find that live feature beneficial as well. So if you get creative, you can use this as an action camera. But let's say I do start recording and I don't want that video to be 60 seconds long. I could just repeat the pressing down on the shutter button, it'll end the video and it'll send me feedback letting me know that the video was ended. And then to take a photo, you simply just tap once on the shutter button. It'll take a photo in 2 to 3 seconds. You don't want it to take an instant photo as you press down the shutter button, just a heads up, because if that would be the case, as soon as you push down, the glasses would be like blurry as you apply pressure on one side. So there's a 2-second delay or 3 seconds when it comes to taking photos, which works really well. Just giving a heads up if something happens, try to take it 3 seconds before the event that you're trying to capture. So it does have media controls, which again, I showed you in previously. Slide back to lower the audio, slide forward. But if you double tap, it will skip to the next track if you're listening to music, and a triple tap will go back to the previously listened track, and a single tap will pause and play your audio. So your basic common media controls. But then to activate your virtual voice assistant, you just simply have to say, "Hey Meta, what am I looking at?"
It appears that you are looking at a camera set up for live streaming or recording, with a tripod and a laptop nearby. The image also shows 2 screens displaying different information, possibly related to the stream or video production.
That's pretty advanced. And I was using that a lot, especially during my hikes, as I was able to identify trees on the go by just requesting Meta to identify certain things. So if I'm not sure if something's poison ivy, I was using these glasses to identify for me so I don't have to panic. This thing comes in clutch, and it even can do translations as well. So if there's a foreign sign and you want Meta to read and translate what it says, it could take a photo of that and translate it instantly, which allows me to prevent myself from grabbing my phone or something like that, especially if I'm a tourist somewhere on foreign land. I really don't want people to see that I have an iPhone or something like that. This thing could low-key just be Jarvis on your face. And then you could also request it to know certain things like what time does this store close in this area, or how's the weather looking like. Meta is able to answer all this. So this is much more advanced than a traditional voice system you'll find on your phone, like on Google or Siri on Apple as an example. This is probably the best AI system available in the market for common questions, translations, or identification. It even works on animals too. So it's AI. The requests that you could ask it to do is almost endless. And it only activates when you say the phrase, "Hey Meta," and it will give you a feedback. You could stop listening.
Understood. I will stop listening and await further instructions or questions.
Yeah, you could talk to it like a normal human being. Now, this feature is still in the beta stage, but you could enable this by just launching the Meta app and just follow my on-screen instructions. Just keep in mind, this is going through Meta server, so don't show it things you wouldn't want others to see, just saying. So store these away in those type of situations. So in conclusion, these things are amazing. It's basically like having Jarvis in your head like Iron Man. Yes, it's unable to actually have virtual displays placed around here, but I mean, like, just listening to it, having like a normal conversation with a smart AI definitely does come in clutch. And the 2K resolution camera allows you to capture things on the go, like hot pursuit chases that happened to me. I recorded a hot pursuit chase that we were just casually waiting during a red light. I was able to record that instantly, so you could capture interesting moments on the go while wearing these. And the fact that these lenses that I have on this model actually does transition from light to dark allows me to use these indoors without being douchey, and outdoors without burning my eyes, and treat these like normal sunglasses. They're not polarized lens, no, but they do sell them. There is polarized only sunglasses versions for these, but again, these lenses are adaptable. You could find third parties producing different lenses, so you don't have to buy more of than one of these. You could just buy multiple lenses and just pop them out and replace them. So all in all, these glasses are fantastic. They're amazing. And there's a lot more features these are going to receive a long run, especially when it comes to identifying objects. Right now it still is in the beta stage, as previously mentioned, but I'm sure in no time this will become public for all once Meta fix all the bugs and stuff, I guess. Oh, and these worked really well at the gym too. But a request I would like to see these glasses receive next is smart health tracking abilities like step tracking, maybe heart rate monitoring, but the capability of this to automatically start a workout after it sees me doing some type of outdoor activity or strength training activity, that'll be pretty awesome. I don't know, maybe Meta's watching this and they're gonna produce a active version with Ray-Bans, who knows. Anywho, there you guys have it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, get subscribed, and if you're planning on picking one up, if you found this video informative, I'd really appreciate it if you could actually use my affiliate links in the description down below, as it doesn't cost you anything. It just has a small kickback to the channel, allow me to continue reviewing products and sharing it to you as it is, as I prefer reviewing things as a consumer than an actual like influencer. Now there are two size choices to choose from. There's a regular and a large version, and I go ahead and cover the two sizes in depth in this video. You can go ahead and watch over there. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.